What up, what up? It's your girl KP Kings. Yes, I didn't want to be on camera because, yeah, your girl's not camera ready. However, I wanted to share with you guys what I've been working on recently, which is lock extensions. Now, for those who didn't know, y'all know I used to have actual dreadlocks. I actually locked my hair probably like 2 years ago, like right before I went into cosmetology school. So that was like 2 years ago. I locked my hair. I went to a professional, had my locks started, and I kept them in for probably, I would say, about 13 months, 14 months, a little bit over a year. I kept my locks. Um, they were locked. They were maturing. They were like little teenagers at that point. They weren't quite matured yet, but they were getting there, and they were growing nicely. And I enjoyed my locks. I really did. It was a whole different experience, trust me. Like, it was a whole different experience having locks, for real. And it was great. So I was thinking possibly about going back to locking my hair, but there are a few other things I wanted to try with my hair first. So I was thinking about locking my hair again as a possibility. So, but because I know I'm not a person that's probably going to want to wait a year for my hair to reach shoulder length again, because that's about how long it's going to take for my locks to get that long. It's going to take me about a year just to get to shoulder length. And then if I want to get anywhere past that, it's probably going to take beyond a year. So anywhere from a year to 2 years time for my locks to get long enough will actually fall past my shoulders. And I can actually do a lot of different styles and stuff with them. I'm trying to work with one hand right now, so it's like it is what it is. But that's why y'all see me over here struggling. All I'm trying to do is get this little twist tie off of here so I can separate these and you can actually see them. Hold on. Might help if I use my right hand, you know. So, all right, just pull the junks out. Okay, that makes more sense. Just pull the thing out. He has time. So, yeah, so these are... so I decided, if I am going to get locks again, and I know lock extensions are quite expensive, if I were able to find a way to make these lock extensions myself, that would save me a lot of money. And I believe in myself, y'all. I believe in myself. I know I can do it. I know I can do it. So therefore, I've already started practicing. However, these are a couple that I started. As you can see, they kind of got a lot going on right now. They're not even consistent. But, again, this was like more of a practice thing to see, again, how long can I make it? How thick can I make it? Can I make them skinny? Can I make them fat? It was like an experimental thing to see. You know what I mean? So, I tried to put the light on. The light is not really at its best right now. But, yeah, so this is one. All right. I'm trying to zoom in so you guys can really see. So this is the loose end. This is where you would attach it to your own hair. But anyway, so this is the lock. These in general are the shorter ones are about 5 inches. The longer ones are about 7 inches. Like this one is about 7 inches long. So I'm trying to practice on the consistency, getting them all the same size and getting them all the same length. That's basically what I'm working on right now. So it's definitely doable. And the thing about these that you're looking at right now, I'm trying to get a good look. So you can see they kind of look really dread-like. Like they really look like real locks. And I've had real locks, so I can tell you. They look like real locks. They feel like real locks. You would not be able to tell. You know what I'm saying? If you attach them properly, they really look like good locks. The only way you could probably tell that this is not a real lock is because of the sheen. If you look at the sheen on it, for example, when I turn it in the light, you see how the lock shines a little bit? That's how you can tell this is synthetic hair. And it's not human hair, because synthetic hair has a certain sheen that human hair does not have. So that's one way you can tell. But outside of that, like, they look very natural. I'm not going to lie. They look very natural. They look like real locks. Look at the ends. You know what I'm saying? Like, they look pretty good. They look pretty good. Now, the ones that I've gotten really, really good, these are the 5-inch ones. I think there's 2 of them that's 5 inches. Is it this one? This one? Yeah, I think it's these 2. Yep, the rest of them are like 7 inches because I stretched the hair. So I did try to make one that was extra thick. Where's that one? That's this one. This is the one where I think I used 2 pieces of hair to see how thick I could make it. So this one is actually thicker than the other ones. This one, I guess you could say, is like this is what I would consider a large size, because this is pretty thick for a lock. So I would consider this a large size lock. And I guess these would be considered medium sized. I don't know if you would consider these small. To me, I consider them medium size. I feel like my locks were about this thick. They were a little thinner than this. I'm not going to lie. I had a bunch of locks. I had over 100 locks in my hair. It was crazy. But anyway, this time around, I'll tell you though, I'm not going to have over 100 locks, because when you're retwisting your hair, that takes forever. So this time around, I'm going to shoot for like 60, yeah, maybe like 60 locks if possible. I don't care how thick my hair is going to be at that point. I know I'm not doing 100 locks again. That much I know I'm not doing. But these are like medium size, I guess. I don't really know what the skinny ones will look like, because I really have no intention of making really tiny locks that would take forever to install. Like, who has time for that? And if you want the skinny ones, I suggest you just go buy those, because, yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the medium size for now and the large ones. Like, if you want some thick ones, we can do the thick ones, or you can get the average size. This is what I would consider average size locks. Most people's locks fall around this size, if not a little bit skinnier or a little bit thicker. And again, it depends on the parting. It depends on how you part your hair. But this is the size that I would go for the next time that I get locks. It would be this size. Medium size. So this is the 5-inch one. Like I said, this is the one these are the ones that are the neatest as of right now, because these are the most recent 2 that I did. Trying to give you guys good angles. It's hard. I know I ain't got good lighting, but yeah. So, yep. So this is what it looks like in the lighting up close. As I told you, you do see there's a little bit of sheen on that you probably wouldn't see with an actual human lock. It wouldn't shine like that, because human hair doesn't shine like that. But yeah, it's minimal though. I think if I attached this to real hair, you probably wouldn't even be able to tell the difference, to be honest. But yeah, so they're coming out good. And this is made, you guys, from synthetic hair. These are synthetic. The downside to these being synthetic, and the reason why I would not use these on my actual hair, like when it comes to the time where I want to install my lock extensions, I would not use synthetic hair. You can definitely use synthetic. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like personally, because I know myself and I know I would want to color my locks, I would want to bleach them, color them, and, you know, at some point once they mature, I would want to color the hair. So that's why I would go with human hair extensions personally, because you can color those any kind of color you want, and you can actually attach it to your hair. And that's what I intended on doing, was making my lock extensions, well, actually coloring the hair first, then making the lock extensions out of the colored hair, and then attaching it to my hair once I'd done the the comb coils, and then attach it to my hair. So that's where I was gonna go with that. But that's the only reason. That's the only thing I think is the benefit to having human hair lock extensions versus synthetic, is that you can color the human ones. That's what I think is the difference. Like with synthetic hair, you can't change the color. So whatever color you make the locks out of, that's the color they're going to stay, pretty much. For example, but you can, like again, you can get different colors, because as you know, synthetic hair comes in many different colors. So if you wanted brown locks, you can just buy the synthetic hair in brown. And when you attach it to your hair, you'll have brown locks. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's that. But me, I like versatility. So I know I would prefer human hair. But anyway, so this is the type of hair that I used. It was just for practice purposes, and that was, I guess, free tress. It says equal the kinky bulk hair. It says voluminous natural look. And, you know, so that's what the hair looked like out of the package. You know what I'm saying? It just looks like kinky hair. It looks like Marley hair, basically. That's all this is basically Marley hair. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looks like out of the pack. And then I turn it into a dreadlock. So it's been interesting. I'm not going to lie. This is kind of time consuming. But, and especially if I need a total of like 60 or 70. This is, let me see how many. I think this is 9 that I have here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, I have literally 9 here. So I would literally have to make probably bundles of 10 and make 6 bundles of this to attach it to my own hair. For like a full look, I would have to make between 60 and 80 of these locks. You know what I mean? But it's doable. You know what I'm saying? You can also buy them, as I said, but like, who has money for that? Lock extensions are expensive, especially human hair. They're expensive. So I personally know I can make them. So why would I spend my money for something that I can make myself at home? So anyways, I just want you guys to look at that, see what your girl's working on. I'm actually probably going to invest in some human hair to practice and see, you know, because again, I did want to color it, you know. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to purchase some more synthetic hair, same kind, but I'm going to get a different color to see if that affects what the locks look like when they're finished. You know, so you can kind of see that you can change the colors and stuff like that. So I want to make some out of a different color. I've made a couple out of black. I definitely get the process and how to make them the way I need them. So these are very compact. They don't feel loose, like they're going to fall apart or anything. They feel very sturdy. You know what I'm saying? You can pull on this, tug on it. It feels very strong. You know what I mean? I want to see how it responds to water if you wet it, because you should be able to wash your hair. That's another thing. You should be able to wash your hair and dry it. But when you have lock extensions, ladies, gentlemen, whoever, when you have lock extensions, your hair needs to be dry. Do you understand? If you wash these bad boys, which you should be able to do, you need to dry your hair properly. Otherwise, just like with real locks, if you do not dry your hair properly, honey, you're going to end up with product stuck inside of here. You're going to end up with dirt stuck inside of the lock. You're going to end up with mold and all kind of bacteria growing inside of your hair if you do not dry this properly. Okay, so that's the only thing you cannot play with, is these must be dried thoroughly. Even real locks, fake locks, it don't matter. You have to dry this hair thoroughly. You cannot leave this hair wet for too long, because it will collect bacteria, okay? Because it's so compact, you know what I mean? So you have to wash it and dry it properly. But yeah, so the next step is to see how these respond to water. If I wash them and dry them, what will happen to them. So that will be the next thing I'm going to try, and then show you guys the results of that. And hopefully they should be intact. They should be basically look exactly the same after I'm finished. So that's the update on the lock extensions for now, the synthetic ones. Going to be doing some real ones soon. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, see y'all later.